It was a busy bomber airfield, but by 1948 it had fallen into disrepair. It was then that the Royal Automobile Club leased it from the Air Ministry and formed a 3.7-mile circuit using the perimeter road and runways. The following year, the runways had been dispensed with, reducing the circuit length to approximately 3 miles and producing more or less the track that Jean-Pierre Jabouille is driving on now. In 1950, Silverstone was given the honour of launching the new World Championship for drivers with the British and European Grand Prix. The race was won by Nino Farina in an Alfa Romeo, and he went on to become the first world champion. There's no glamour to Silverstone, but it's always been very fast, with speed its main attraction. And in Woodcote, it had one of the great corners in motor racing, where cars teetered on the very edge of disaster as they blasted through with bags of opposite lock, while the spectators held their breath, waiting for the big accident which never came. Until 1973, that is. Then, at the end of the first lap of the British Grand Prix, Jody Scheckter lost control of his McLaren and spun, collecting, it seemed, most of the cars in the race.
Start-finish line. So now let's go to our private chauffeur, Satoru Nakajima, for a lap of this 150 mph circuit. He's going through that Woodcote corner now. Having taken that in second gear, he accelerates up through the gearbox as he rounds the old Woodcote across the start-finishing line and up into sixth gear. He hooks it down to fourth gear for Copse. Accelerates up through the gearbox again. Fifth. Sixth.
Then up to nearly 200. They come into Maggots, down to fifth, and then we have this awesome right, left, right complex. As they come into the second right, they're now in fourth gear, but flat out, exerting as much as 4 G's lateral force through there. Down onto the old Hanger Straight. Engine revs peaking out 200 miles an hour as they come into Stowe. A quick entry down to fourth, then down to third as the corner now tightens up, swings left into Vale. This is a man-made sort of dip, and then down into Club. Second gear, slow in, slow right-hand bit, then exiting very fast. The corner unwinds, they go up through the gears, and ahead of them is going to be the Abbey curve. Very, very fast, flat-out left-hander. Again, close to 200 miles an hour as they come to the Vauxhall Bridge, and this is where the drivers suck it all up. Right through there, absolutely flat out, no run-off area, hard on the brakes, and down for the Luffield group of corners. 2 tight left-handers. Second gear when the car's full of fuel, third when it's empty. But now down to second for this right-hander. Again, it unwinds onto the pit straight. Very important to get that second part right, because this is a very fast part of the track and some overtaking can take place.
Works from Silverstone. They're based, the team based here. Darren Manning, a young British driver, and a young Irish driver, second fastest, Johnny Kane.
Yes, I'm pleased. Johnny's had a difficult season. Delighted to see him up on the front row at present. Darren Manning, of course, Not only does he drive for a Silverstone-based team, but more importantly, from our position at Silverstone, he's one of our instructors in the Silverstone driving centre. So doing a very good job, and it's not just the first time that Darren has shown strongly this season, and starting or being currently on pole position. Can't be better.
Championship leader Ralph Furman, third fastest, but look at this, Damon Hill's on a quick lap here. Let's switch our attention back to Grand Prix racing for a moment as Damon Hill